Alright YouTube, it's time for a new video here. This time to talk about how Taiwan is weakly preparing for war against China. And this is my opinion. The perspective on how weak the Taiwanese government is preparing, well, it depends on the person. But this is my analysis. First, you have to look at some key points. Number one is history. The Taiwanese has been separated from China since 1949. They are considered by the Chinese government separatist, a rebel island, and so forth. They do not recognize the democracy, or whatever democracy is left in countries today. And, and so they have been in conflict. For example, if you have like in August last year with Nancy Pelosi's visit, you have some problems there. You have some military exercises they may show to presume their military capabilities. And right now, for example, with the visit of the Taiwanese president to the U.S., you have the extension of the military drills there. And the crossing the line, the respectful line that they should, imaginary draw in between the island and so forth. And this, for some people who had been paying attention to the news, is not a big thing, so to speak, because it had been repeatedly happened during last years. Sorry, got a horrible cough. And it is repeatedly, again, happened for last years, and people would say, no, it's just another military drill. Nothing will happen. War is impossible because of this or that, because the U.S. will destroy the island, so to speak. And that's a possibility. The U.S., even though it's not a military ally, a direct military ally, that is, with the Taiwanese government, it may destroy for the semiconductor industry the island in case of a war, because that's the main interest for the Chinese, I believe, and the same for the U.S. in case of the 69% of the manufacturing of the microchips and all of that fits the healthcare industry, the military industry, the digital and technologies and all the apparatus. So it is very difficult for Taiwan to survive such a war. It would be degenerate into a guerrilla warfare at some point after the warships, the javelins, the anti-tanks technology. It will be a involution. I don't know if that's the word in English. If that makes sense, to a guerrilla warfare at some point. So the final conclusion is that it will be devastating for Taiwan, not big surprise, and somehow a beneficiary for the U.S. if you can see it from some perspective at that point. We don't know. Hopefully nothing will happen. It will not degenerate into a war. We don't want more warmongering benefits from financing such wars, such as in Ukraine. It's more than a year and something months since this started. Nobody wants it, and the people is not the benefit for the people, just for a small elite which benefits economically from this. And in this case, the Chinese imperialism, such as the roots for communism and the centralization of power. Then you have the communist power, which has the potential to become tyrannical. It would have not been by this Chen Xiaoping, I do believe it's pronounced, this president. The liberalization of the economy in China wouldn't have been a reality such as today, and people would be more oppressed than it is today, such as the press as evidence last year, such as with the COVID measures. In all of this, it had been public, even though the opposition of the Chinese government tried and to imprison all these people, journalists, and all of that. So yeah, hopefully this will be just one more news, and it won't degenerate into even as military experts from the U.S. said in 2025 it will be destroyed or invaded by in quotes, destroyed by the Chinese government. We don't want that, and I don't think any sane people will support war. But there are some people in this world that support it. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully it will not degenerate. Thank you for watching the video. See you next time.